Hey guys, welcome back to Glamour Gadgets and Gaming by Leah, and today in front of me I have two brand new stunning mid-range smartphones launched today. Ladies and gents, we have the Vivo V25 and the Vivo V25 Pro smartphones, which, spoiler alert, have some great camera tech, powerful chipsets, plenty of RAM and storage, excellent charging capabilities, really cool color changing technology, and so much more goodness, and both come at a fantastic price. Of course, I have nitpicked, and in this video I'll take you through all the specs and features, some camera samples, little bit of gaming, some performance tests with some surprising results, and I'll be sharing Leah's pros and niggles too on Vivo's V25 and V25 Pro smartphones. I have left the link for both in the description box below, just in case you guys want to check them out in more detail. Now, in the box, both phones come with plenty of accessories, including a 33 watt and 66 watt chargers, and you can see the unboxing on my IG Reels and or YouTube Shorts. And check out these stunning phones, the Vivo V25 in this stunning and shimmering aquamarine blue on the left, and the Vivo V25 Pro in this sleek and smart looking starlight black on the right. Check these out, guys. The Pro also comes in surfing blue, and the Vivo V25 also comes in sunrise gold and diamond black. Weighing around 190 grams and 8.62mm thick, the Vivo V25 Pro is slightly thicker and heavier than the V25, which weighs around 186 grams and measures around 7.79mm thin. Both are very good looking phones, look very premium with a nice solid build, not heavy or bulky, and feel great in the hands too. If I had to choose between the two, I'm really drawn to the stunning color changing Vivo V25. Which one do you guys prefer the look of? Let me know in the comments. Beautifully designed, both have fluorite AG glass back, and some of the colors come with color changing glass, like the aquamarine blue on the Vivo V25. Both have the Vivo logo printed here on the bottom right, and the camera bumps on both nicely integrate the triple camera lens and flash lights. As for the ports and buttons, on the right both have the power buttons and the volume rockers. On the left we have nothing. On the top both have single mics, and at the bottom both have dual 5G nano SIM card trays, another mic each, and USB Type-C ports and single speakers. Both output decent audio. Now, I'm not sure if these are stereo, but are quite loud and reasonably clear.
Remains dominated. Take those positions. We're capturing. We lost the lead.
Both have stunning AMOLED displays with slim bezels and punch hole selfie cameras at the top center. However, guys, the displays on the Vivo V25 Pro is definitely more appealing, with a larger, high-res HDR10 Plus 6.56 inch screen with 2376 by 1080 resolution, 120Hz refresh rate, SGS low blue light, and Netflix HDR and HD certification. In comparison, the Vivo V25 also supports a high-res HDR10 Plus display and Netflix HDR and HD certification. However, guys, with a slightly smaller 6.44 inch screen size with 90Hz refresh rate max and SGS IK display. The Vivo V25 is powered by the powerful Mediatek Dimensity 900 chipset. I have the 8GB RAM, 256GB ROM model, but you also have the option of 8GB and 128GB and 12GB with 256GB storage, and you also have the option to extend the RAM by up to an additional 8GB. In comparison, the Vivo V25 Pro is powered by the beastie Mediatek Dimensity 1300 chipset. I have the 12GB RAM, 256GB ROM model in my hands, and you do have the same options as the V25 minus the 8GB RAM, 256GB ROM model option. I feel we have plenty of fantastic options when it comes to RAM and ROM, which is refreshing. Of course, these vary in price, and I have left the links for you guys in the description box below for you to check out in more detail. guys, check out these rather surprising ANTUTU and Geekbench test results. So in the ANTUTU benchmark test, the Vivo V25 has achieved 429,163 score, which is reasonable. And as expected, the Vivo V25 Pro 5G has achieved 694,026, which is much higher than the V25, and as expected because it's got a better chipset. However, guys, check out the Geek benchmark results.
This is kind of strange. Here's the Geek benchmark scores or results, and in Geek benchmark, the Vivo 25 has scored higher in the single core test at 600, and the Vivo V25 Pro has scored 488. And in the multi-core test, as you guys can see, the Vivo V25 has scored 1,791 and the Vivo V25 Pro has scored 1,759. So in the Geek benchmark results, the Vivo V25 Pro, the more powerful, better chipset smartphone, has scored lower than the Vivo V25, as you guys can see here in front of us, which is kind of surprising. So both phones have scored similar to like the Xiaomi Poco F1, the Poco X3 NFC, the Xiaomi Redmi Note 8 Pro, etc. Surprising results. I don't know. Maybe, I mean, what can possibly cause this, guys? I don't know. You let me know in the comments below. I'm kind of baffled because the higher spec model has scored lower than the lower spec model. So this just goes to show that sometimes these Geek benchmark results don't really matter, do they? Both support Google Widevine Level 1.
Although I've enjoyed gaming on both, whilst playing COD Mobile on both phones, I found that the Vivo V25 only supports high graphic quality and very high frame rate, not max. And the V25 Pro supports very high graphic quality and max frame rate. This is noticeable whilst gaming too.
We're capturing A. Target down! Capturing B.
Oh!
Enemy taking C. Enemy has C. Back up! Headshot! Enemy contact! Take them down! Using A. We're being dominated. Take those positions. We're capturing C. Lost the lead. Focus on sight. Losing.
Gaming definitely is more smoother and nippier on the Vivo V25 Pro. Can you guys tell the difference? Let me know in the comments below.
Enemy in sight. Enemy down. Reloading. Enemy contact. We're capturing Bravo. Need backup. Backup. Enemy is fight. Headshot.
I'm talking about headshot, man.
Bring it up, squad. We're capturing B. Losing Charlie. Target sight. I'm hurt.
Oh!
Enemy in sight. We captured Bravo.
Why is my team so crap?
Enemy down. Losing Bravo. Friendly stealth chopper inbound. Enemy contact. We lost Bravo. Contact. Grenade!
Oh, come on!
Tank!
Although the phones do not have a cooling system, even after intense gaming or even after ANTUTU benchmark tests, they do not feel hot or even warm to the touch. However, guys, check this out. The battery and the CPU temperatures are higher on the Vivo V25 Pro, whereas the V25 is at a decent temperature. Maybe this has something to do with the difference in the chipsets. Is the Mediatek Dimensity 1300 chipset known to heat up? I don't know, but you guys do let me know in the comments if you know any better. Both the Vivo V25 and the Pro model support FunTouch OS 12 based on Android 12, which definitely is feature-packed, fast and fun. However, it does have the odd expected bloatware, which isn't too bad. The Vivo V25 Pro has a decent 4830 mAh battery, which has easily lasted me around a day and a quarter. My typical day consists of some calls, text messages, browsing, YouTube, social media, lots of Twitter, a little bit of streaming, downloading apps, and a little bit of gaming. And in the box, I've received a charger which supports up to 66 watts flash charge, and a 0 to 100% charge took around 40 minutes, which I guess isn't too bad at all. In comparison, the Vivo V25 supports a reasonable 4500 mAh battery, which easily lasts me a day. And in the box, I've received a 44 watt Vivo flash charger, and it took around 55 minutes for a 0 to 100% charge. And last but not least, the cameras. Now on the rear, the Vivo V25 has a triple camera setup, which consists of a 64 megapixel OIS ultra sensing main sensor, an 8 megapixel super wide angle sensor, and a 2 megapixel super macro camera. And it records video in 4K 30 frames per second max. And at the front, it supports a 50 milliamp AF selfie camera. Now in comparison, guys, check this out. The Vivo V25 Pro on the rear supports identical camera setup to the one on the Vivo V25. So again, we have a 64 megapixel OIS ultra sensing camera, 8 megapixel super wide angle camera, and a 2 megapixel super macro camera. However, the video, it records video in 4K 60 frames per second max in comparison to the 30 frames per second max on the Vivo V25. And at the front, however, unlike the 50 megapixel on the V25, the Pro supports a 32 megapixel AF selfie camera. Now, I'm not sure why Vivo has chosen to offer a lesser selfie camera on the Pro, but in my opinion, there's not much of a difference in the quality of selfies I captured on both phones. Both support OIS and EIS. We have plenty of fun and useful camera features on both smartphones, including super night portrait, time lapse, motion blur, etc. Now, although the camera sensors on the rear of both smartphones are identical as per the spec sheets I have received, I did find a slight difference between the pictures taken on both these smartphones, with the quality of the photos taken on the Vivo V25 Pro looking more sharper and vibrant. However, in some pictures, I really couldn't tell much of a difference. Pictures shot on the 64 megapixel main sensor on both smartphones offers lots of colour, contrast and vibrancy, and the photos taken in mixed and low light conditions are excellent too. As for video, guys, we have 4K 60 frames per second max on the Pro model versus 4K 30 frames per second max on the V25, and both support OIS and EIS. However, in my opinion, the videos captured on the Pro are slightly more smoother and clearer compared to the videos captured on the V25. Now, what do you guys think? Check these out and let me know in the comments below. As for connectivity, both support dual nano SIMs. We do not have any micro SSD card support. Both support dual mode 5G. Both support 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz Wi-Fi. Both support Bluetooth 5.2 and Type-C USB. So what's missing? Well, let's move on to Leah's pros and niggles, which I hope help you in maybe making a more informed decision on whether or not or either of the two Vivo V25 smartphones are for you or not. Let's begin with the pros. So we have beautiful, fast, nippy, immersive and large AMOLED displays on both. We have beautiful colour options, premium design and build on both. We have excellent camera tech with plenty of features too. The phones support 33 watts and 66 watts flash charge respectively. We have plenty of RAM and ROM. We have powerful chipsets in both. We have very decent battery capacities in both. Both support NFC and we have a fantastic price point for both. However, the niggles, guys, we have no IP rating, no expandable storage. I mean, personally, I feel it's more than enough. We have no headphone jack. Finally, I am beginning to move on from these, so I'm not too fussed. We only have a single speaker each on both phones. Now, that's a bit of a letdown. I personally do prefer at least dual stereo speakers. We have no cooling systems in either of the phones, and the V25 Pro does seem to overheat after some intense usage, as you guys saw earlier on in the video. And guys, although not much of a con, the selfie camera on the V25 has a better resolution than the one on the Pro. How and why is that? I would like some answers from Vivo regarding this. And that is it, guys. Besides a few niggles, in my opinion, both these are two decent Vivo mid-range smartphones. A bit of a mixed bag. One is slightly more powerful, the other more pleasing to the eye. Both have some identical and some similar fantastic specs and features. And the price for both phones nicely reflects this. So what do you think, guys? Do let me know in the comments which one you prefer more and why. And if you have any questions, guys, you know what to do. Now that's me done for now. I do have another smartphone comparison video coming up this week in which you learn more about the international smartphone giveaway too. And we also have a UK only smartphone giveaway coming up as well. So do stick around on the channel and my socials for more information. If you've got this far in watching this video, thank you so much. Do let me know by leaving a comment below. I hope you've enjoyed this video. And if you have, kindly do hit that like button, comment, share and subscribe. Hit that bell icon above too. And follow me on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook to be notified of my upcoming videos, giveaways, etc. For now, guys, thank you so much for watching. Till the next one, take care, stay safe, bye.